Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your raw video results and your main event spoilers. Hopefully I can get it uploaded by the time it's played. Happy birthday goes to myself, October 1st. September 28th birthday, Steve Blackman, 1963. Jason Jordan, 1988. On the 29th, Stacy Cat Carter. She was born 1970. Yoshihiro Tajiri, 1970. Also on the 29th, Candice LeRae. She was born 1985. Birthdays on September 30th, Chris Von Erich, 1969. Candice Michelle, 1978. Trevor Lee, 1993. And other birthdays on October 1st, Hector Guerrero, 1979. Also, the real Curtis Axel, October 1st. As well as Robbie E. He was born 1983. Rico Constantino, turned 57. Matt Hardy, brand, last woken word of the week. I don't know how to pronounce it, but camel leopard. And this link. The 3 E's this week are positively justified, as he said. No, don't forget, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and they have a hashtag, unacceptable. And at WWE, breast cancer is unacceptable. Join the fight by donating to at Nat by Nature's fundraiser to help support Susan G. Komen at this link. Later on, I'll post some other videos. I mean, not videos, but links for other superstars' donation pages. Liv Morgan took to Twitter and indicated that she will be on Raw from Seattle, also revealing her new hair color. And you can see the tweet at this link and her hair color. Pink. I also noted Morgan is currently out of action with a concussion suffering during last week's in-ring back and forth with Brie Bella. She was scheduled to team with Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan to face the Bella Twins and Raw champion Ronda Rousey at Super Showdown in Australia on Saturday. Liv was at ringside for weekend WWE Live events, but she did not wrestle. Alicia Fox teamed with Riott and Logan to face Natalya, Ember Moon, and Dana Brooke in those matches. And she also appeared on Raw. But she has been recently cleared to travel to Australia for the WWE Super Showdown on Saturday. And she is still scheduled to team with Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan to face Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins at the big event. Liv tweeted the following after Raw and indicated she will be at Super Showdown despite the concussion she received while taking kicks from Brie Bella last Monday night. Liv was at ringside for the weekend live events. Ending for tonight's Raw, she did not get physical. You only live twice. You only live once. In other news, see you in Australia, Bella Twins, at Ronda Rousey. Shamus participated in an axe throwing challenge in this video from his Celtic Warrior Workouts YouTube channel. The video was recently filmed at BATL in Nashville, Tennessee. Go to that link. WWE Network will be adding collections on Rey Mysterio and Sasha Banks next month. Former WWE superstar Rosa Mendez is back training for her return to the Indies after undergoing surgery for a torn ACL and meniscus in early September. She posted the following video at this link with her training. First day back, and I'm loving life. Sweating, my heart racing. Endorphins, running wild. Hashtag workout, hashtag first day back at the gym. Hashtag endorphins. Hashtag happy, hashtag love my life. Hashtag nothing will stop me. Hashtag motivated. Hashtag fit mom. Hashtag totally fit mama family. Hashtag recovery. Well, she's full of hashtags, ain't she? WWE is once again teaming up with Susan G. Komen for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. They're running individual Facebook fundraisers with Sasha Banks and Natalia and Naomi. Breast cancer is unacceptable. Hashtag unacceptable. Join WWE in helping Susan G. Komen save lives. Donate at Komen.org/donate WWE. Also, here's our links I was telling you about. Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Natalia's fundraiser links. Which one do you want to chip in to fundraise? You click the link to donate. And The Rock is currently in London to film the Fast and Furious spin-off movie with Jason Statham, Hobbs and Shaw. The movie is scheduled to be released on July 26, 2019. The Rock posted following on the movie. Eagle has landed, London, ready to rumble. Digging in to start production on our Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious spin-off. This one been years in the making. Motivated to build the franchise out to deliver something fresh, new, fun, and badass for the fans. Let's roll. Hashtag Daddy's got to go to work. Hashtag but first he needs carbs. Hashtag Hobbs and Shaw. Hashtag London. Hashtag Samoa. Shelton and Benjamin took to Twitter over the weekend and wrote the following comments on wanting to compete. And it looks like his last TV match came on August 14th in a loss to Jeff Hardy. Before that, he had one TV match in June. He lost to Daniel Bryan as Benjamin tagged SmackDown General Manager Paige, and the post was retweeted by WWE's Road Dogg, Brian James. He wrote the following at Shelton B803. I'm a warrior and a competitor, and I am damn good. Yet I have not had a match on hashtag SmackDown Live in months. I'm here to compete. I thrive on competition at Real Paige WWE. It's time you got me off the bench and let me fight. Mickie James will be performing and co-hosting the Native American Music Awards on October 12th. James is also up for 2 awards, Best Country Record for Don't Be Afraid to Fly and Single of the Year, Left, Right, Left. Never heard of either one of them, so I don't know. Native Music Awards has tweeted Native Awards. Mickie James, the co-host, and perform at Music Awards show. Just link for you. Hashtag Google Alerts. Mickie James, co-host and perform at upcoming Music Awards show. Wade Barrett also posts video from as former WWE star, real name Stu Bennett, has released the following video from set of a new movie, Vengeance 2. Just recorded a short and very serious message from the set of. And I'll show that link right here for you. As former star Wade Barrett, real name Stu Bennett, Vengeance 2. Okay, I already did that, so I'll just follow that link. At Mickie James Aldis tweeted at Mickie James, yes. At Native Awards, at Yin Yang Twins, hashtag do it, hashtag vote now, hashtag NAMA, hashtag NAMA 2018, hashtag GBATF, hashtag left, right, left. Sean Gassaway at Gassaway Music on Twitter, vote for Don't Be Afraid to Fly for Best Country Record and Left, Right, Left for Single of the Year. Blessed to have co-wrote both songs and grateful to at Mickie James for cutting them. Hashtag NAMI, hashtag NAMA, hashtag Native American Music Awards, hashtag music, hashtag songwriter, hashtag blessed. And go to that link for Gassaway. Ring of Honor TV tapings results. For your spoilers, September 29th, 2018, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it was taped. Following report contains spoilers for upcoming Ring of Honor TV. So fast forward the video if you don't want to hear the results. The future of Ring of Honor. Bear City Bruiser defeated Cheeseburger. The Kingdom came out and forced ring announcer Bobby Cruz to read off this long list of Matt Taven's accomplishments, including the all big arenas he has supposedly sold out on his name alone. He then demanded to be called the true Ring of Honor World Champion. Kenny King defeated Chase Owens. Flip Gordon came out to face Shane Taylor, who was attacked by Bully Ray and Silas Young. The three dared someone to come out and stop them from beating down Flip, but nobody came to his rescue. Nick Aldis, Mickie James' husband, defeated Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, in a match taped exclusively for Honor Club subscribers. The Briscoes, as champion, defeated Coast to Coast to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship, Tag Team Championship. Jeff Cobb defeated Punishment Martinez, champion, to become the new Ring of Honor World TV Champion. And that's a sign that Jeff Cobb is headed to WWE, as he was scouted just recently. Tino Dashwood came out in a sling and said that she was dealing with a bad shoulder injury and hasn't been okay for a very long time. She talked about her autoimmune disease and skin condition and said she needs to take some time off to get back to 100%. Zack Ryder's former girlfriend. Marty Scurll defeated Chris Sabin. Brandy Rhodes defeated Heather Monroe. Hangman Page defeated Scorpio Sky. Spoiler alert, Hangman Page is supposedly in talks with WWE for a January debut. Shane Taylor defeated Eli Storm. Shane Taylor beat down Isom after the match until Cheeseburger eventually Flip Gordon came out to make the save. Gordon started beating the heck out of Shane with a steel chair, calling out Bully Ray and asking him, "Is this what you wanted?" Flip said he has gone extreme and will fight Bully anytime, any place, any kind of match. Bully says he won't fight a young boy because he's a two-time Hall of Famer. Flip has an idea. Next week, he'll be at the ECW arena in Philly, and he'll bring his best guy to face Bully's best guy. Whoever side wins will decide the fate of his rivalry. Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham defeated Jushin Thunder Liger and Kushida. Cody Rhodes, champion, defeated Willie Mack to retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Young Bucks defeated Best Friends, The Addiction, and Los Ignorable Ingobernables, that's how they spelled it in the report, De Japan, for a four-way tag team match. Cody, Young Bucks, and Hangman close off the night talking to the live crowd, saying it was the first time they had all been together since All In pay-per-view. The crowd chanted All In, and Cody held up two fingers, said the next time they come through Las Vegas, they expect the building to be sold out. And your main event, spoilers, for this week, Tyler Breeze defeated Mojo Rawley. Mike Kanellis defeated No Way Jose. Raw starts off from the Key Arena in Seattle, Washington, and Michael Colesaw welcomes us to the show. He's joined in by Renee Young and Corey Graves. We go right to the ring, and as Dean Ambrose makes his way out to a pop, JoJo does the ring introduction. Charlie Caruso waits in the ring as Ambrose enters. She asks if there's any truth to what Braun Strowman and Raw Tag Team Champions Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre said last week about WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and WWE Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins needing him more than he needs them. Ambrose says there is some truth. Seth and Roman are both champions, and he has nothing. And Rollins replaced him quickly with Jason Jordan when he was injured last year. Caruso asks if he ever thought of leaving the Shield, and a yes chant broke out from the crowd. Sure, says Ambrose. He thinks about a lot of things. Maybe he's already gave us notice and turned his black uniform. Maybe these dog tags don't mean as much to him anymore. Maybe he ran Reigns' car off the road tonight, and he won't be here. There's a lot of possibilities. Charlie says says a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. Ambrose goes on and says, "Get some what treatment from the fans." Ambrose wonders if people are asking questions about Ambrose, just waiting for the right time to slip the knife in their backs. Caruso says they're actually asking about this. We see footage from last week. Ambrose mentioned people wondering why he came back to Raw and not SmackDown, why he's been cleaning up the Shield's messes since he came back. Ambrose just wants people to quit wondering and focus on his actions. Ambrose says that the Shield is not a business or a brand, It's a brotherhood, and they will always ride into battle together. Ambrose music hits, and music suddenly hits, and he goes to leave the ring, but music interrupts. Out comes acting Raw General Manager, constipated Corbin, the constable Baron Corbin, Triple C. Corbin says, that's a hashtag, constipated constable Corbin. I made that hashtag myself on Twitter. Corbin says that there was really a good story about brotherhood, but all he hears is winning. He wonders if there's something gnawing at Ambrose's lunatic brain. Ambrose calls Corbin the world's largest substitute teacher again, and asks if he's salty because he keeps trying to put the Shield down and can't get it done. Corbin admits that they might be tough, but he considers last week to be a win because the Shield didn't run wild and the police weren't called. Constipated One is going to give Ambrose the chance to show where he stands. Tonight, he has three choices. He faces Rollins for his title, Reigns for his title, or one-on-one with Strowman. Ambrose says Corbin can't come out here and dangle a carrot to make him dance. Ambrose goes with option 4, a match with Corbin. Corbin says it's not that easy, so he will make the choice for Ambrose. He will face Strowman right now. So we get Dean Ambrose versus Strowman. Everybody can predict that. It don't take Reddit users to predict that. Braun Strowman's music hits and out he comes as Dean Ambrose looks on, preparing for a fight. We got a commercial. Back for the break, they size each other up, and as the bell rings, Ambrose goes to work on the leg, trying to break Strowman down. Strowman decks Ambrose and drops him. Strowman with a running boot to the face. Strowman whips Ambrose hard into the corner, and he goes back down. Strowman looks at the crowd and laughs, stalling. Strowman keeps Ambrose grounded for a minute. Strowman gets more offense, and then a big running splash in the corner. Strowman keeps Ambrose grounded again and pounds on him. Fans try to rally for Ambrose now. Strowman easy lifts Ambrose by his neck and slams him. Choke slam. Strowman talks more trash and knocks Ambrose back with a big slap to the face. Strowman tosses Ambrose across the ring and works him over with the ropes as the referee counts. Strowman lifts Ambrose up for a bear hug, but Ambrose tries to turn it into a guillotine. Strowman tries to break it, but Ambrose keeps fighting back. Ambrose unloads with forearms in the corner. Ambrose goes for the knee again. Strowman knocks Ambrose to the mat and breaks free from the corner, dropping a big stomp on Ambrose as we go back to a commercial. Back from the commercial, Braun takes Ambrose to the top rope. Ambrose fights back and unloads with blows. Strowman goes for a power slam, but Ambrose fights out. Strowman blocks Dirty D's, but Ambrose jumps him over the top rope to the floor. Strowman comes back in, but misses in the corner. Ambrose tries to mount momentum, but Strowman clubs him to the mat with a shot to the chest. As some fans are booing, Strowman goes for another power slam attempt, but Ambrose counters and drops him with the Dirty Deeds for a close 2 count. Fans pop this time. Strowman goes to the floor for a breather, but Ambrose runs the ropes and hits a suicide dive, sending Strowman into the barrier. The referee starts counting as Ambrose unloads on Strowman. Sitting into the steel ring steps, they both make it back in before the 10 count. As Ambrose made it in at 8, Strowman just barely made it in right at the 10 count. Ambrose enters and Strowman catches him with a power slam. Ambrose rolls under the bottom rope. To buy some time, Strowman goes to the floor and stalks Ambrose at ringside. Strowman charges at Ambrose and floors him with a big shoulder as the referee counts again. Strowman launches Ambrose into the barrier and brings him back into the ring at the 6 count. Strowman looks down at Ambrose and approaches. Strowman scoops Ambrose and hits the power slam. Strowman picks Ambrose up again, but the music hits and out comes Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Strowman stares him down. Reigns enters the ring and nails the Superman punch for the disqualification. Winner by DQ, Braun Strowman. After the bell, Ambrose is still outside the ring. Reigns goes for another Superman punch, but it's blocked. They tangle for a second until Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins comes flying off the top rope to nail Strowman. So we got 2-on-1. Ambrose and Rollins clear the ring of Strowman as Ambrose looks on from the mat as he climbs back up into the ring. Sitting in the corner, Strowman stares the Shield down from the ramp as the music hits. Strowman stands tall on the stage. Raw Tag Team Champions Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre come out to join him. Constipated One comes back out and says that this isn't going to happen on his show. He announces Rollins versus McIntyre for later in the evening and Reigns versus Ziggler for right now. Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre stand tall on the stage as the Shield regroups in the ring. We go to commercial. Back from the break, Dean Ambrose is in the trainer's room, icing his shoulder. Seth Rollins walks in, and Ambrose isn't happy about the loss. Rollins calms him down for a moment and says Roman Reigns came out when he had to. And this is about war, not the battle. Ambrose says, sure, Reigns did. And what's funny about the whole thing is he could be Intercontinental Champion right now. Rollins looks surprised. Rowan versus Dolph Ziggler was up. Now we go to the ring, and it looks like we're going to have a WWE Intercontinental Universal title match. As Rowan wants to put the title up. Constipated One comes out and says Reigns doesn't decide when he defends the title. This is Corbin's show. This will be a non-title match, and so will Seth Rollins' match later on. Corbin says Reigns won't be defending the title until Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Constipated One calls for the bell, and we're off. Ziggler immediately attacks, unloads on Reigns to start, and ends up taking control. Ziggler keeps Reigns grounded and shuts down a comeback attempt. Ziggler drops a big elbow for another pin attempt. Reigns counters and whips Ziggler hard into the corner. Reigns charges, but Ziggler moves, and Reigns hits steel ring post, shoulder first. Reigns goes out to the floor for a breather, and is slow to get up as referee counts. Ziggler grabs Reigns, but Reigns rocks him with the right hand. Ziggler goes for the knee and nails a huge DDT on the floor. Ziggler brings him back in the ring and ends up hitting a famouser for a close 2 count. We go back to commercial with Ziggler in control. Back from the break, Reigns tries to make a comeback, but Ziggler gets in a sleeper hold. Reigns finally backs Ziggler into the corner to break the hold. Reigns slams Ziggler to the mat. Ziggler charges but runs into an elbow. Reigns makes a comeback with a clothesline. Reigns keeps control and unloads with clothesline in the corner as fans count along. Reigns with a big boot off the ropes. 2 more boos and cheers. Sounds like Cena sucks. Let's go Cena sucks from the crowd. But it's Reigns instead. Reigns calls for a Superman punch. But Ziggler dodges it. Ziggler would roll up for a 2 count. Reigns blocks a super kick. Ziggler counters a Samoa drop with a rake to the eyes. Ziggler hits a zigzag for a close 2 count, which is one of his finishers. Reigns ends up showing frustration after hitting a big spear for a close 2 count. Ziggler counters and rolls Reigns up for a 2 count. Reigns comes right back and hits a spear for the win. After the match, Reigns stands tall and raises the title as the music plays. We go to replays. Reigns hits the corner to pose as Ziggler escapes the ring. We see the Bella Twins, Natalya and Ronda Rousey backstage, talking and warming up. Back to commercial. Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan at ringside. Supposedly Liv still injured. We get a backstage video from earlier today with Ruby sending a warning. And this is not a title match. Bell rings and they slice each other up. Ronda strikes first. Manhandles Riott some. Riott goes to the floor to regroup with her partners. Ruby comes back in and they go at it. Rousey with a takedown. Ruby goes to the floor for a breather, but Rousey quickly brings her back in. They go back to the floor and Ruby drives Rousey into the barrier. Ruby brings her back into the ring for a 1 count. Riott works Rousey over now and drops her again. Riott keeps control and tosses Rousey over the top to the floor. In front of the Riott squad, Bella Twins make sure nothing happens, as the Bella Twins also out in support of Rousey. Riott brings it back into the ring for another pin attempt. Riott with more offense and another 2 count. Ruby manhandles Rousey some more and for another pin attempt. Riott continues to dominate and uses the ropes to choke Rousey as the referee counts and warns her. The referee also warns Morgan and Logan on interfering. Ruby brings Rousey back to the middle of the ring and slams her by her hair. Riott with another 2 count. Riott with a headbutt, then another slam for a 2 count. Rousey ends up catching a Riott kick and launching Ruby across the ring. Rousey gets hyped up to a pop from the crowd. Rousey with uppercuts to fight Riott off. Rousey with a gut wrench suplex, but she holds Riott before slamming her. Logan gets on the apron, but Rousey drop kicks her off. Riot tries to take the advantage with a roll up, but Rousey kicks out. Rousey hits her. Rousey busts her and applies the armbar to make Riot tap out. Winner match by tap out Ronda Rousey. After the match, Bella Twin join Rousey in the ring to celebrate. As her music plays, we go to replays and come back to the Riot Squad looking on from the ramp as their Super Showdown opponents celebrate. Announcers lead us to a Super Showdown video package on Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Announcers plug Saturday's big event in Australia. Still to come, Shawn Michaels is here. Probably main event. Kevin Owens and Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Bobby Roode versus Connor. We go to ring out. First comes Bobby Roode with Chad Gable. Back to commercial. Back to the break, we get a backstage video from Roode and Gable as they wrap up their entrance. Out next comes the Ascension, Connor with Victor. They show a sidebar video of just Connor from earlier in the day. He tells Gable to shield his eyes because he's about to destroy Roode. Victor appears in the shot and welcomes Roode to the wasteland. The bell rings and Roode starts kicking at Connor's leg, kicking him to the corner. Connor turns around but misses. Roode with chops. Connor rams Roode back into the corner but runs into boots. Roode comes off the second rope into the corner but has to land on his feet. Connor floors Roode and runs over him in the middle of the ring. Connor stops away in the corner. Connor with more offense and a big elbow drop in the middle of the ring. Roode kicks out of 2. Connor keeps Roode grounded as we get a replay of the elbow drop. Connor with another 2 count. Connor keeps Roode grounded as Gable tries to rally the fans up. Connor goes for another elbow drop, but Roode rolls out of the way. Connor charges him, but Roode sweeps him face first into the turnbuckles. Snake eyes. Roode goes to the top rope and comes crashing down with a clothesline. Roode with strikes. Roode keeps trying, but Connor is still standing. Connor whips Roode into the corner, but runs into a boot. Roode comes back and hits a blockbuster from the corner. Roode decides his glorious pose. And he does his glorious pose, but Victor takes out Gable on the floor, and that distracts Roode. Roode knocks Victor off the steps, but Connor takes advantage and takes control. Connor goes on and lifts Roode to drop him on his face for the pin and win. Facebuster. After the match, Ascension stand tall as their music plays. We go to Alexa Bliss for the latest A Moment of Bliss segment. Still not wrestling. She talks about heroes and how hers growing up was WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. And she's plugging her match at the women's event pay-per-view. But still can't believe she will be facing Trish at WWE Evolution. Something else she can't believe was what happened when she met Trish as a 7-year-old kid, standing in the cold, clutching her autograph book. She remembers looking up at Trish's wrinkly eyes and asking for an autograph. Bliss claims Trish burped at her face and charged her $50. Bliss goes on and accuses Trish of tearing up her autograph book, then stomping on her foot. Bliss says she cried all night. The point of this story, Bliss says, when it comes to your heroes, satisfaction is not guaranteed. The B Team versus the Revival. We go to ring. Out comes the B Team first. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. And don't forget, it's his birthday. Back to commercial. Back for the break. The match is underway. Scott Dawson nails a bulldog on Axel for a close 2 count. Dawson unloads on Axel and keeps him grounded in the middle of the ring. Dallas tries to rally the crowd. Dawson keeps Axel down and mocks him as Dallas tries to get a B Team chant going. Dash comes in and keeps Axel down, focusing on his shoulder. Axel tries to break free, but Dash hits a drop toe hold and drives a knee to the back. Dash keeps Axel down in a hold again. Axel finally gets up, gets an opening. As Dash goes into the ring post, Dawson and Dallas get tags next. Dallas unloads and also hits Dash. Dash plays to the crowd, gets rolled up. They tangle, and Dawson hits the spine buster for a close 2 count. Dash ends up going to the top, and Dawson launches him off onto Dallas. Dallas counters the pin attempt and turns it into a pin of his own for the win. After the match, Axel and Dallas back up the ramp celebrating. Austin Payne attacked them from behind on the stage and beat the B team down the ramp. 205 Live General Manager Drake Maverick watches from ringside as a common Razar hit the Super Collider on the B team in the ring. Drake stands tall with the Officers of Pain. As their music hits, we go to replays. AOP stands over Axel and Dallas to end the segment. Dean Ambrose backstage. Roman Reigns walks up. Last week was close, and he just wants to make sure Ambrose is all right. Ambrose ignores him, and Reigns presses the issue. Ambrose says he almost had Strowman out there earlier tonight. Ambrose goes on and says if he wasn't such a nice guy, he might be WWE Universal Champion by now. Ambrose walks off. Still to come, Rollins versus McIntyre, and an appearance by the Heartbreak Kid. Back to commercial. As Reigns just looks on like he's surprised. Back from the break, Corbin is backstage giving props to the Officer of Pain and Drake Maverick. Corbin says he likes what he sees and tells them to keep doing what they're doing. They shake hands and consummate one walks off. Charlie Caruso is in the ring to introduce 2018 Breast Cancer Awareness Month campaign with Susan G. Komen. We get a video package and come back to Charlie introducing some special guests at ringside. The WWE Ambassador Dana Warrior is introduced along with a researcher, a fundraiser, and a 10-year breast cancer survivor. Caruso sends fans to Komen.org/donate WWE. It says WWE is here to fight breast cancer, but it takes an entire team to defeat it. She calls on fans to deliver another applause for the special guest at ringside. And they normally hand them WWE Championship belts, and they were all holding them. Braun Strowman is backstage with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Ziggler says this could be the last night the Shield is together. Strowman says he may have taken out Ambrose earlier, but he's tough and he would fit perfectly with them because they need winners. Strowman says that's what he needs McIntyre to go out and do tonight. Win. Strowman then looks at Ziggler and says they don't need any weak links. What does he think he do? Think he is Judge Judy, or that lady that plays on the you are the weak link. Ziggler doesn't like that jab from Strowman. Strowman walks off. McIntyre walks off. Next, as Ziggler is left to think it over. As he wasn't thinking it's funny because he is a comedy man on the side. Same as Mick Foley. That sounds like a challenge. Who would win, Ziggler or Foley? You decide that. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Of course, you can go to the WWE website to get Foley's 1 hour, hour and a half, whatever it was, thing from a couple of weeks ago where he did the comedy thing. We go to the ring. Out first comes WWE Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins for his non-title action. Back to commercial. Back for the break. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champion Drew McIntyre by himself. Back and forth start. McIntyre takes Rollins in the corner, delivers a big smack to the face. Rollins then fires back and unloads. Rollins keeps control and hits a big suicide dive to the floor, sending McIntyre to barrier. Rollins brings it back in the ring and lands on his feet. When trying to springboard in, Rollins cut McIntyre's come back off and keeps fighting. McIntyre delivers a big kick to the gut to turn things around. Rollins fights to his feet, but McIntyre slams him back down, keeps him grounded again. Rollins gets out and manages to sidestep as Drew charges, sending him to the floor. Drew comes back, and they tangle on the apron. Rollins goes for a move on the apron, but it's blocked, and Drew sends Rollins into the ring post. Rollins falls to the floor. Drew repositions the steel steps and drops Rollins from the steps, slamming his back onto the apron. We go to commercial with Drew in control. Back for the break, they go at it. Rollins hits a sling blade and a blockbuster, but Drew kicks out of two. Rollins fights Drew off, hits an insecurity to the back of the neck. Rollins with another big shot to the back of the neck for a 2 count. We see consummated Corbin watching backstage. Rollins looks for the buckle bomb, but can't get Drew up into it. Rollins counters a move and rolls Drew up for a 2 count. Drew avoids the stomp and fires back himself. Rollins with another counter, and Falcon Arrow for a close 2 count. Rollins goes back to the top, but Drew cuts him off and crotches him. Drew delivers a big chop and climbs up himself. Drew goes to drive Rollins into the mat, but Rollins slides down, delivers a buckle bomb across the ring. Rollins follows up with a big kick to the face. Rollins cranks up the band for the stomp as the fans pop. Ziggler's music interrupts, and out he comes. Ziggler runs down and rushes the ring, but Rollins misses him. Ziggler never touched Rollins, but Drew takes advantage of the distraction and hits the Claymore kick for the pin and the win. After the match, Ziggler immediately hit the ring and they double team Rollins after the bell. Roman runs down and fights them off, but he gets beat down as Strowman's music hits. Braun takes his time walking to the ring. Dean Ambrose's music hits. Out he comes with an actual wooden hack saddle. Ambrose unloads for a few seconds until Strowman floors him at ringside. Strowman brings Ambrose into the ring, but Rollins jumps on his back. Ziggler makes a save with a super kick to Rollins. Heck, it doesn't look like a hack saddle. It looks like a kendo stick. Ambrose attacks Ziggler, but they triple team him. Champions hit the Claymore kick. Claymore zigzag combo on Ambrose. Ziggler McIntyre whip Reigns into a big power slam from Strowman. Fan chant one more time, but they don't get it. Strowman's music hits as the heels stand over the Shield. And now just hype Super Showdown and send us to a video package for Samoa Joe and AJ Styles feud from SmackDown. Till the come segment, Shawn Michaels appears. Also, Lashley versus Owens. Elias is backstage with Kevin Owens now. It looks like the backstage concert. Rider for Elias includes mince, spinach, and a triangle of bottled waters. Elias isn't happy over getting cashews instead of almonds. He tosses them at a snapper and encourages Owens to enjoy the spinach, which he does. We go to commercial. He thinks he's pie. Come back from a commercial break and now to show us a new Never Say Never commercial for 2K19. We go to the ring. JoJo does introductions for Elias and KO. They're sitting in the middle of the ring on stools with a spotlight. Elias introduces himself and plays a guitar song. I either took a potty break because I missed this segment. Had to go to YouTube to watch it. They're sitting in. Elias says only one man will walk with them tonight, and he's a fan, a brother. Owens says he will walk with Elias and plug Saturday's match at Super Showdown against John Cena and Bobby Lashley. Owens says it makes sense for he and Elias to team up because they're fantastic competitors. They're just a couple of great guys. Owens says it doesn't make sense for Cena and Lashley to team up. Elias really starts heat after knocking Seattle for not having an NBA team. Heck, he just looks around like he's waiting for the boos, and the boos are going for like 2 or 3 minutes. As if you're not familiar with NBA, they do have Seattle Supersonics. The heat is loud and it goes for a while. Owens tries to talk about Cena and says he's just going to ignore the fans like they deserve to be. The fans are still booing loudly over the basketball team comment. Owens tries yelling about Cena. Elias asks for his mic to be turned up. As Elias did say, I can't hear you. You need to speak up. And that was to KO. He's actually yelling in Elias' face. Elias goes on and says he hasn't forgotten about Cena ruining his WrestleMania moment. Owens then goes on and says Cena will not ruin their big night in Melbourne, Australia this weekend because not only are they great guys, smart guys, but they figure out why Cena is teaming with Lashley. The boos continue to interrupt. Owens finally speaks again and says every Cena match is special these days. A spectacle to see because Cena's ego is bigger than the ego of the people of Seattle because that ego will only allow him to perform at special events. They continue ripping Cena, Lashley, and Seattle. Owens says Cena and Lashley stand no chance on Saturday. Owens says he's going to powerbomb Cena on the edge of the ring apron one more time. Music finally interrupts, and out comes Lio Rush. Rush speaks from the stage and says Cena is a legend. Rush says Elias and Owens are completely justified in acknowledging how big Saturday's match is. Rush says some would even call Cena the greatest of all time. Rush says Owens better not overlook tonight's match, because if he does, he's just as foolish as Rush has made him look for the past few weeks. Rush warns Owens again and gives him an introduction to his man, the heavyweight, ready to do battle in Seattle, Bobby Lashley. Music hits and out comes Lashley. We go to commercial. Lashley versus KO. Back from the break, they lock up. Rush and Elias watch from ringside. Lashley overpowers and sends Owens down. Owens goes to the floor for a breather with Elias. Owens returns to the ring, but Lashley slams him again. Back and forth as Owens takes control and takes Lashley to the mat with a headlock. Owens keeps Lashley grounded and talks some trash. Lashley turns it back around and sends Owens back out to regroup. Owens comes back in, but Lashley catches him in a swinging neckbreaker. Lashley with big shots in the corner. Lashley takes Owens to another corner and slams his face into the turnbuckle. Lashley plays to the crowd for a pop. Lashley keeps control with right hands as Owens tries to fight back. Owens then catches Lashley with a kick. Lashley comes right back with a power slam. Lashley scoots Owens on his shoulders, but Owens slides out. Owens sends Lashley's shoulder first into the ring post twice. Owens places the crowd for some boos as Lashley struggles to get out of the corner. We go to commercial. Back from the break, Owens keeps Lashley grounded, focusing on the shoulder. Lashley fights up and ends up dropping Owens with a clothesline. Lashley with another clothesline after running the ropes. Lashley runs into a big boot in the corner. Lashley plants Owens on his face and plays to the crowd for a pop, as does Rush. Lashley with more offense. Lashley's shoulder gives him trouble. Owens looks to put Lashley away, but Lashley catches him with a spine buster. Rush tries to tangle with Elias at ringside and get away, but Elias grabs him and ragdolls him. Lashley turns his attention to Elias and Rush. Owens takes advantage and rolls Lashley up for the win. After the match, Lashley fights Elias and Owens off, but the numbers game catches up. They double team Lashley in the middle of the ring. Rush comes off the top rope, but Elias decks him out of the air like a fly. Elias sends Rush retreating. Owens with a pop-up powerbomb on Lashley. Elias and Owens embrace as the fans boo, and Owens' music hits. So the come segment, Shawn Michaels is here. Also, Bayley versus Alicia Fox. Match commercial. That match is up next. But we get a Mixed Match Challenge promo for Tuesday night. Bayley versus Alicia Fox is up next, and we go to the ring. Out comes Finn Balor, her Mixed Match Tag Team partner. Out next is Jinder Mahal. Out next with Sunil Singh. Jinder's Mixed Match Challenge partner is also out next, Alicia Fox. We get a sidebar video from earlier today with Fox ranting about taking back her title as captain of Mahalicia, or Mahalicia. The bell rings and Bayley locks up with Fox. Fox takes Bayley to the corner and ragdolls her some. Bayley turns her right back around and mounts Fox in the corner. Fox chugs her off. Bayley comes back, but Fox takes control for a quick 2 count. Bayley fights out of a hole and delivers elbow to the back of the neck. More back and forth in the corner. Bayley with an elbow from the second rope for a 2 count. Fox comes back and drops Bayley with a big knee. Fox with a Northern Light suplex with a bridge for a 2 count. The perfect plex. Fox keeps Bayley grounded with a headlock now. Bayley tries to fight out, but Fox whips her hard in the corner. Fox charges in the corner again, but Bayley catches her into the second rope. Bayley looks to make a comeback. Bayley with a clothesline and big shot into the ropes. Fox counters in the corner, but Bayley drop kicks her. Jinder tries to grab Bayley's leg as she runs the ropes, but she kicks him back. Balor runs over and delivers a sling blade on Jinder. Fox tries to take advantage with a big boot, but Bayley avoids it. Bayley with a belly-to-belly suplex for the win. After the match, Team B&B, Bayley and Balor celebrate as Mahalicia recover on the outside together. Still to come segment. Sean will be here live. We go to commercial. Back for the out comes Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels to a pop. Michael takes a pop in and says the fans make it feel good to come home again. Michaels hypes a big last time ever match between Undertaker and Triple H at Super Showdown in Australia on Saturday, and the different emotions surrounding the match. Michael says he has felt them all with us over the past few weeks. Shawn says the last time ever between Taker and Triple H one-on-one is going to happen on Saturday. Michael talks about how he bought a plane ticket a few months back because he wanted to witness this match as a fan, just like us, an innocent bystander up until a few weeks ago. Michael says then it got personal, as The Undertaker, at no fault of Shawn's, made this personal, and put Shawn in a position where Shawn had to make a choice. Taker wanted to know who would win, Dead Man or the Game. Who Shawn believed in, who he stood behind. Shawn says he has nothing but the utmost respect for Taker, but any day of the week, and twice on Sunday, he will pick his best friend over anybody on earth. Shawn says that upset Taker for some reason. Taker made this personal, and now it is. Shawn says Taker has his brother Kane in his corner, but Triple H also has his brother in his corner. Shawn tells Kane to understand this. If he or anyone else tries to crowd the ring, as God is Shawn's witness, he will brush them back with some sweet chin music. Fans pop, pyro goes off, lights go out, and Kane's music hits. He appears in the ring. Shawn turns his attention to the stage, but Kane appears behind him, mask and all. Lights come back on, and Shawn turns around to a big right hand from Kane. Bell tolls and the lights go off. As Kane gave him a choke slam, lights go off. Dark lights come up, and the Undertaker is standing in the ring with Kane. Taker looks down at Shawn, cuts his own throat, scoots him for a tombstone, but Triple H music interrupts, and Taker puts Shawn down, ready for a fight. Gloves and all, Triple H runs down in his corporate attire and unloads, but he's taking off his jacket, unbuttons his shirt, brawling with Taker. Triple H rocks Kane and goes back to work on Taker. Kane grabs Triple H for a chokeslam, but Shawn makes a save. Taker grabs Triple H by the throat, while Kane grabs Michaels. Simultaneously, Brothers of Destruction deliver a double chokeslam in the middle of the ring as the fans pop big time. Fan chant for Taker as Kane and Triple H try to recover on the mat. Kane watches from the apron as Taker comes back through the ropes and delivers a tombstone power driver to Triple H. Taker's music starts back up as he and Kane exit the ring together. They stop on the stage and look back at the ring. Triple H and Shawn are still down on the mat, face down. Kane and Taker turn back around, looking back at him. Then they turn back around, wait about 10 seconds, fist in the air, lightning strikes, ball goes off the air with Kane and Taker heading to the back. And that concludes my results for Raw and W Main Event. Thanks again. See you on the video. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.